Okay, not hearing any traffic for the net. This is Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha. My name is Robert, and I'll be here for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in the CQ Maritime's room, 602. Net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled. That is also being live streamed on my YouTube channel for Rob of Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. That's Rob VE1RMJ, so that everyone can follow along with the net and participate in the chat room. Alright, amateurs will be called in by province. When checking in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics, please. After maritime stations have checked in, stations from outside the area will have a chance to check in. A reminder, due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep your PTT button on for a second after your transmission has finished. Now before we get started, do we have any announcements for the net? Okay, not hearing any announcements for the net. Alright, before we get going, we will call in stations that are on short time or mobile. Remember, mobile stations, please call now.
Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot R X-ray VE1 FOX.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Tango Portable Short Time VE1 CT Portable Short Time.
Alright, so far at VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike, VE1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray, and VE1 Charlie Tango. Any other short time or mobiles?
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Sierra VE1 JS.
Also added VE Juliet Sierra. Let's go to VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Frank, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Rob. Good evening, everybody else on net tonight. And, just getting ready to head out the door, so we figure we better pop in and say hello and give you a mark for the book, as they say. No real traffic to pass. I could have popped in there with the announcement. The Westcom have their brunch coming up on Saturday, 10:30 in the morning at Breakfast for Brittany's here in Amherst, so should be a good one. First one of the year. Anyway, Robert, we'll turn it back to you. VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Sierra Mike.
VE1 Sierra, right, Frank? So check and pass along that traffic coming up. I was going to say something about that if you didn't there. Thank you. I was expecting you to come in there, and looks like I'll also get to make this one too, so looking forward to it. Thanks again. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And next we'll go to VE1 FOX. Curtis, come on in.
Hi, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Well, good evening to you, Robert. Good evening to all the other operators on this evening. We just getting done bingo here, and we got guests here, so I'll get back to the company. Thanks for calling me in, Robert. Thanks for doing that. And we'll leave it with that for this evening. I have no traffic to pass on, so I guess that's it. So Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Robert. Back to you.
VE1 FOX, VE1 Sierra. All right, Curtis, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And now we'll go to VE1 Charlie Tango. Robert, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Rob. Now on frequency, just getting ready to go into Walmart, also checking into Lunenburg now at the same time, so that's always a challenge going back and forth. So, well, we look forward to all of your check-ins tomorrow morning with the Maritime 2-meter wake-up minute. And, hey, Rob, doing a great job as usual. I wish everyone a great and safe Wednesday evening. We'll pass back to you, and I'll be clearing Key West right after your final there. VE1CA, VE1CT Portable.
VE1 CT Portable, VE1. Thanks for checking in, and hopefully I'll get a chance there to check in on my way in the morning. 7-3. And next we go to Victor Echo 1 Juliet Sierra. John, come on in.
Hi everyone, Charlie Alpha in the net. V1JS, good evening Robert, good evening all. Not too bad down here, we get less snow in Sandy Cove than they have in Yarmouth. It's a bit of an adventure today driving to Yarmouth and back, but we made it, wasn't too bad. Just a few idiots who think they can still drive at or above the speed limit on slippery and snow-packed roads. Not good. Anyway, I'll get off this soapbox before I fall. 7-3's all. We'll look this week. V1 Charlie Alpha in the net, V1 JS, 7-3.
VE1JS, VE1CA. All right, John, thanks for checking in. And, I had to travel to Amherst for an appointment there for 4 o'clock and was in Amherst for a little bit. And on the way back, seen 2 cars in the, not on the road, let's say that. One we stopped to see if he was okay, but he went straight in and he was fine, but the car may not be after they got to pull him out. Yeah, it's not worth going too fast in those conditions for sure. It wasn't a lot of snow, but it was enough to make the road really slippery. All right, thanks for checking in. 7-3. All right, that's the bottom of the list for short time stations. So now we're going to open up to our normal format here, and we will start with Prince Edward Island. So stations in Prince Edward Island that would like to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Victor Echo 1 Alpha India Charlie, V1AIC.
All right, we have VE1 AIC. Any other stations from PEI? VE1 AIC, come on in, Ron.
Yeah, good evening, Rob and all the net. Nice, mostly sunny day here on the island today. Got a little bit of snow on and off, enough to drag the snowblower out and clear out the driveway. And so we had a blacktop again, and still not getting much solar power. We just get the sun out long enough to dry off the panels and not produce much power. But anyway, hopefully sunny days ahead. 7-3, V1 AIC.
VE1 AIC, VE1 CA. Well, yeah, hopefully more sunny days. My goodness, we haven't seen too many in a while here. And yeah, by the time I got home and ate supper and had to dash in here, there's no time to clear up what we got. But it's here it's not that much. It said it was calling for 5 centimeters, and I don't think we got that yet. But yeah, enough to make a mess. You guys might have a little more there. Anyway, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, now New Brunswick stations in New Brunswick that like check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now.
VE1 Juliet Echo Charlie.
VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. VE9 West.
VE9 Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 9 Echo Lima. Victor Echo 9 Alpha India.
All right, we got a good list here. I'll list off who we have so far. We have VE1 Juliet Echo Charlie, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 Golf Charlie, VE9 Charlie Echo Lima, and VE9 Alpha India. Any other New Brunswick stations?
Victor Echo 9 Papa Alpha Lima. VE9 TAL.
All right, and then we added VE9 Papa Alpha Lima. All right, let's go to the top of the list. We have Victor Echo 1 Juliet Charlie. Come on in.
VE1CA and the Maritime Fusion Net, VE1JEC. Well, good evening, Rob, all on the frequency. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly up here at Woodstock First Nation. It's -9 right at the moment. It was snowing earlier, but it looks like it's calmed down there a bit. So, anyhow, besides that, not too much going on up here on the res. It's pretty quiet. Anyhow, no traffic here. Rob, just a quick check-in. I'm going to say 7-3 to all the 88s, all the ladies out there. And thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing that. 7-3.
VE1 JEC, VE1C. All right, Joey, well, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, I didn't complete the list here. Next is Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo. Come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Robert, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Traffic here. I just want to give you a mark for this late. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling in, and have a good week. From Yet, Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
VE
To try and figure out how I can do that. Anyway, all the best to everybody. Just wanted to pop in and say good evening. We'll look forward to next Wednesday night. VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE9 Golf Charlie.
VE9 Golf Charlie, VE1C. Okay, that's too bad on the repeater there. Yeah, you have to. Oh, I know each radio's a little different there. So yeah, there are ways to do it. There's the wires X button and then searching or typing in the code there. I haven't had to do it in a long time. Anyway, great to hear you there, Gordon. You have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Echo. Come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha, and Charlie Echo Lima. Good evening, Rob, and everybody on net. Not too much to report. We had a bit of snow here today, but not much. Just enough to shovel the the deck there, but not the driveway, if you know what I mean.
And so anyway, that's done. Not sure if we're going to get more. I think we're getting some cold there next week. And before, I'm just sitting here doing a couple reports that I have to finish today, and I'm listening to the net. So anyway, thanks for checking me in, and I'll say something to you for now. V1CA, V9C.
V9CL, VE1CA. All right, well, thanks for checking in tonight, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And next we got Victor Echo 9, Alpha India. Gary, come on in.
VE1CA Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening, Robert. Everybody on frequency. Gordon in there. Everybody else. Quiet week. Not much going on, I guess. Just doing some indoor chores, working in the garage, trying to straighten some stuff up. So, anyway, it was quite a mild day today for a change. Not much snow around here, so couldn't ask for anything better. Okay, back to net control. Everybody have a great week. VE9AI.
V9AI, VE1CA. All right, Gary, thanks for checking in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And now we go to VE9 Papa Alpha Lima. Paul, come on in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha. This is Victor Echo 9 Papa Alpha Lima. How you doing there, Bert? And everybody else on the net there, Gordon and Mike and everybody. Yeah, not much going on here. -5. Supposed to get a little cool, but it's winter. We'll get over it. Anyway, no traffic here. You guys all take care. Have a great week ahead. V9PAL.
V9PL, VE1C, Eric Paul. Great to hear you in there this evening. And you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, that was on the list for New Brunswick. Now we're going over to Nova Scotia. Any Nova Scotia stations that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Hotel Alpha Papa, VE1 HAP.
Victor Echo 1 with DX, VE1WX, mobile.
Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee, V1 GUI. Victor Echo 1 Julie Whiskey, V1 JW.
All right, I have VE1 JBL, VE1 HAP, VE1 Whiskey X-Ray Mobile, VE1 Golf Uniform Yankee, and VE1 Juliet Whiskey. Any other Nova Scotia stations we missed? All right, we'll take the mobile station first. Victor Echo 1 Whiskey X-Ray. Derek, come on in.
VE1CA, V1WX, mobile. Good evening there, Robert, and good evening to all on frequency, all the amateurs, and won't keep it there. We're just on our way home, and roads are somewhat clear. Few slippery patches, a few areas here as we're on our way out of the workplace, but just coming up into Colebrook area. No traffic, nothing really startling to report, just getting things rolling for the new year. 2025, hopefully it's a better one than 2024, but I have my doubt. With the geopolitical stuff going on and all that sort of thing there, Rob, but hopefully, personally and locally, things will be a heck of a lot better for us all. Thanks for taking the time to call us in and doing the net. Have a great evening. VE1CA, VE1WX.
VE1WX, VE1CA. All right, Derek. Well, thanks for checking in. And hey, all we can do is try to think positive. We'll leave with that there. Hopefully this year things can start getting better there. Thanks for the check-in and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And next is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Jim, come on in.
Yeah, very good evening, Robert, and all on frequency there. I hear Eric coming up there, and I seen that picture, Eric, the other day of the puzzle you put together there, so sounds like you're coming along there, so very, very good on all that. Yeah, very good evening. Well, we had a lot of snow here today. I went to town at 6:30 this morning. I had to get blood work done at the hospital, so I went in. It was almost like a blizzard all the way in on the Tyndall Road there. It was just a whiteout all the way in. And then we stayed in town for a little while working at Wendy's father's house there. I was trying to clean up some more there. And then I had a back treatment I had to go get done on my back there. And then by the time we got back home here, we had several inches of snow down here. We were getting a lot off the bay. I think a lot of snow squalls were coming in today because when it snowed, it was snowing hard. Then the sun would come out, then it would snow hard again. So we actually got quite a bit down here tonight here. So anyways, but I guess that's all part of it. Anyways, that's it from here. Good meeting last night, and for everybody out there, we had our first SMART meeting for SMART 25, and we got a lot of things organized from that. And Robert, I just sent a recap out of that meeting, and that's just going out to volunteers of SMART there. So, but we do have a website up and running now, smart25.ca, smart25.ca, but there's not much on it there as of yet there. I'll start compiling it and putting stuff in there once I get some more information there. So anyways, we are getting on the way there under SMART. Anyways, thanks Robert for doing the net, and look forward to the recap. You have yourself a great evening, and 3 for now. We'll be listening. VE1 Charlie Alpha in the Maritime Fusion Net from VE1 JBL, Jim out in snowy Tignish Bridge, 7-3.
VE1 JBL, VE1C. All right, Jim. Well, thanks for checking in. And wow, you guys got more than us. All the snowmobilers will be flocking to your area there. Hi. We got. I still think that we got under 5 centimeters here, but yeah, it kind of didn't start till a little bit later, lunchtime. And that it was after that we started getting some snow squalls that would come down pretty good here. Yeah, it's a mess there in places. And yeah, we had a great meeting there. Good stuff there. Definitely looking forward to SMART 25. Thanks for all that too, Jim, and have yourself a great evening. And 7-3. All right, next we have a Victor Echo 1 Hotel Alpha Papa. Happy, come on in.
VE1CA, I think it is, for the Maritime Fusion Net, VE1 HAP. Evening to all on board and all the ones coming behind. Yeah, we had a snow day off today, no school. Yesterday afternoon was kind of hectic. There was a lot of snow down, and then last night we got some more, and we got a little more again today. So busy day shoveling and cleaning around. I did my driveway and my brother's driveway, and wife had an appointment in town, so we went there and took care of that and wasted some time and came back home, and here we are, all spruced up and waiting, sitting in the ham shack and waiting for tomorrow. See if we're going to get another day off or not. But I'm looking at my computer here, and it's saying 10 centimeters of snow Monday. So I guess we got somebody ordered some more since we didn't have any last year. More on the way. So we'll say 7-3, and we'll catch you later on. VE1CA in the net, VE1 HAP, 7-3.
VE1 HAP, VE1CA. All right, happy. Well, thanks for checking in tonight, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next, we go to Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee. Joe, come on in.
V1CA, V1GY. Good evening there, Rob. Good evening to everyone here on the Fusion Net here tonight. I wasn't too bad of a day here, a little chilly. The sun was out pretty much all day. And it breezed up a little bit. I'm blowing up around 30 clicks. So right now we got 9. We did have a gust up to 19 and a little while ago, so it showed me the gushes in the last hour. So anyway, it's been up to 19. Unless it blows a little above that, it'll go a little bit earlier. Yeah, this Earth is doing some rotating. I just sat here, I was looking at the moon over here on the eastern sky. I got it lined up on a little frame comes across the window. You can see it keep coming up. It was unbelievable. So the sky must be fairly clear. I see the moon pretty good there, so everything's looking good. See you later. Thanks for calling me in. V1GY, going clear.
VE1GUY, VE1CRK. Okay, Joe, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And last on the list, we got Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey. Eric, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Rob, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, as Jim said, we did do a puzzle here. Got that for Christmas, so I'll have to do a couple in the wintertime, so one of the therapies for trying to get my hands working is to pick up small things like coins and things like that. So I thought the puzzle would be good. So we 2.5 weeks, I guess, took us to put that one together. I got another one here. Time to go. I got a couple more given to me. So we start another one maybe first of the week, I guess, or over the weekend, and pick away at that for another couple of weeks. Just do an hour or two at a time. Then my eyes get tired. So anyway, it keeps me busy. And keeps the hands working. Lots of doctor's appointments seems like from the doctors, and the pharmacy seems to be my big trips out of the house. Anyway, and although we did get out to the mall, took Jim's the nice cart that Jim and Wendy gave me, so we did get out and go the length of our local mall and get out for a little fresh air and do some banking. So went over and did a trip around the mall and run into a couple of people to chat to while I was over there, so it was kind of nice people I hadn't seen. Hadn't been over there since before I got sick back in November, so nice to get out and public a little bit for a bit. Other than that, just playing around, doing a little FT8 once in a while, and spent the afternoon updating my computer to the latest Windows 11. I tried it when it first came out a while back, a few months ago, and it crashed my computer. It said there was a driver or something that wasn't right, but anyway, they've done a few little updates to it, so I run the assessment tool and said everything was good, so I did 2 backups and did a backup and a full backup to make an image, and then took a chance on it, and took after about an hour and a half, I guess, was all up and running with the new latest and greatest Windows 11, so we'll see. Somebody said Windows 12 might come out in sometime this year. Maybe one time they said it might come out in the spring, but now they're saying maybe fall. So we'll see what Windows 12 looks like when the time comes, I guess. But anyway, all the ham radio stuff seems to be working, I think. As near as I can tell, all the drivers seem to be all right. I haven't fired up FT8 since I did it, but all the drivers seem to be okay according to the system. So we'll cross our fingers. Maybe we'll get on a little bit on the radio tomorrow. Other than that, just listening along with interest, enjoying the net. V1JW.
V1GW, VE1CA. All right, sounds good there, Eric. Thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, bottom of the list. So now we're going to go and check with anybody outside the Maritimes that would like to check in. Anyone outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Hotel Zulu, Stroke, Victor Echo 3, Jim in Cornwall.
Whiskey 2, Uniform Whiskey Kilo, Jeff in Nebraska.
Okay, so far I got two stations, VE9 Mike Hotel Zulu / VE3, and a Whiskey 2 Uniform Whiskey Kilo. Any other stations outside the Maritimes?
Six Foxtrot Papa, VA6FP.
All right, and also added VA6 Foxtrot Papa. All right, let's go to the top of the list here. My logging software's giving me deciding to lock up here. There we go. Victor Echo 9, Mike Hotel Zulu. Come on in. Jim.
V1CA, V9MH stroke VE3. Well, thank you for calling me in, Rob, and sounds like a good net going, yeah. Just wanted to say, I hope that everybody's had a good start to the new year. Not so much snow here. It's been threatened, but we haven't had any great amounts yet. But I guess I shouldn't have opened my mouth about that. Otherwise, just wanted to say hello to everybody. And yeah, we're still around up here in Cornwall. So we'll say 7-3 and turn it back to net control, V1CA, V380.
VE9 MHZ to VE1CA. All right, Jim, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And the next station is Whiskey 2 Uniform Whiskey Kilo. Jeff, come on in.
VE1CA, this is W2UWK. Rob, thanks for calling the net, and thanks for letting me in again this week. Last week was my first week. I got a new radio for Christmas, and I am discovering the joys of Wires X and Fusion. And as I said last week, I spent a couple of years up in the Halifax area. I was in the U.S. Navy, and we traded players for a couple of years, so I got to enjoy 2 years in the Maritimes with my family. And I just wanted to tell one quick story. When we first got up there and moved into our house, I had two boys that were 4 and 6 at the time, and they went out to play with the other boys in the cul-de-sac. And after about 15 minutes, they came running home, and they said, Dad, we have to go to Canadian Tire and get some hockey sticks. And I looked at them and said, but you're playing baseball. And they said, yeah, but the kids won't play with us if we don't have any hockey sticks. So on our way to Canadian Tire, we did stop by Tim Hortons to get a coffee and some Timbits, picked up the hockey sticks, and had a wonderful time on the cul-de-sac playing with the kids for 2 years. And with that, I'll send it back to Ned, W2UWK.
W2UWK, VE1CA. Yes, that's a good little story there. And yeah, glad you got to take in that experience here, and glad to have you on board, Jeff. So you have yourself a great evening, 7-3, and hope to hear you again next week. All right, next we go to Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. Francis, come on in.
V1CA, net from A6FP. Well, good evening to you, Robert. Good evening to everyone on the Fusion Net this evening. To hear so many familiar voices. Things are not doing too bad out here. At least we warmed up a bit. I think we got close to 4 degrees on the plus side today, which was very nice. A lot of melting going on today and yesterday. Unfortunately, we've got some possibly mixed with freezing rain, so that should be interesting, but the temperatures are at least above seasonal. And by Friday, they'll be more seasonal again with more snow to follow. And then on the weekend, the big drop happens again. I guess we're going to be down, highs of minus 22, minus 24 is a high. So the overnight lows are even chillier. I hate to even think about it. If the wind gets into that, I can imagine the fun we're going to have. Anyway, other than that, no other traffic. Thanks so much for doing the net and letting us check in. Always a pleasure to hear the familiar voices coming out of the Maritimes. Hope everyone has a good remainder of the week, and take care one and all. 7-3 all around from VA6FP.
VA6FP, VE1C. All right, Francis, thanks for checking in. Always great to hear you there. 7-3. All right, bottom of the list. So now we're going to go and do our second rounds, and we'll go back to Prince Edward Island and see if we can pull in a few more stations. Any stations on PEI that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
November.
Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go back up to New Brunswick. New Brunswick stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Fine, Victor Echo Alpha. Alpha. V1 PU.
All right, we got a VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, a VE9 November Alpha, and a VE1 Tango United. Any more New Brunswick stations? All right, we'll go to the first station here, Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha. Vern, come on in.
Charlie Alpha. Maritime Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency. A nice big hello to the two distinguished gentlemen following me, and go from there. Okay, well, we're not doing no traffic, but it was a nice day up here, and so far we've been riding along with you and that nice day you got running, so we're going to hopefully continue to stay alive long enough to pay hell of the hell with you. So, we'll go from there. So, we'll say 7-3 to all, 88 to ladies, special good evening scanner listener, and we'll turn it back to you, VE1 Charlie Alpha. Net control. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in one more time. Putting up with my foolishness one more time. Hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate you a little more love. So everybody well, bye-bye.
Oh, VE9VEA, VE1C. All right, Fern, always great to hear you in there. You have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Next we go to Victor Echo 9, November Alpha. Nelson, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Robert. Good evening to everyone on the net. Good evening to you, Vern. And, well, we're doing well here. We got a bit of snow today. Not that much, but maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. And enough that the ground is covered. That's about all. And besides that, well, we've been in the woods. We're cutting our wood for next year, in case we have one. We normally do, so anyway. So thanks for doing the net, Robert, and call me in, and we'll turn it back to you from VE9NA.
VE9NA, VE1CA. All right, Nelson, thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good evening, 7-3. And next we have Victor Echo 1, Tango United. Dennis, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to all on the network. I called in on the first call up and didn't get a call, thought I got stepped on. And then I noticed that I was holding the microphone to my 2980 FM transceiver. So now I got the correct one. I'm on my Hirsu 300. A little different day for me. I had an appointment at a foot clinic just outside of Fredericton on the highway to Glen Lake. And it was at 2 o'clock. After I got finished there, we took a drive down to the So it was a pretty nice day for me. Normally I don't get out very much, especially during the winter time. I guess that's it, Robert. So back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1 Tango United, VE1 Sierra Jazz. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Alrighty, now we will go back to second round Nova Scotia. Anyone in Nova Scotia would like to check in, please call now.
Victor, VE1 Katie.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Charlie Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Sierra Juliet.
Alright, so far for Nova Scotia, I got VE1 Kilo Echo Victor, VE1 Alpha Charlie Foxtrot, and VE1 Sierra Juliet. Any other Nova Scotia stations? Okay, top of the list, VE1 KEV. Come on in there, Kevin.
VE1 Charlie Alpha for the Wednesday Night Fusion Net. VE1 Kilo Echo Victor. Very good evening, Robert. And good evening to all on the net there this evening. It's just here in the shack this evening, and got Glory here with me, and she's listening along as well. So, and of course, getting her fingers into everything too. I got to put the lock on the radio, that's for sure. Anyway, hopefully everybody will have a great day, and hopefully everybody will have a great rest of the week there as well. Thanks for calling us in, Robert, and 7-3. VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 KEV.
Oh, VE1 KEV, VE1 CA. All right there, Kevin. Future ham radio operator there for sure. Thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And hopefully see you at the brunch on Saturday. Next is Victor Echo 1, Alpha Charlie Foxtrot. Russ, come on in.
VE1CA, VE1 ACF. Yeah, good evening there, Rob. Pretty snowy day down here in Wallace today. I was getting myself all geared up to hoist an old wood stove out of the basement, one of those really old pre-CSA certified ones that weighs about 400 pounds. So I'm going to see how that goes. But anyways, well, 7-3 to everybody listening there, and that's all for tonight. VE1 ACF.
VE1ACF, VE1CA. All right, Russ, well, good luck with that. Hopefully everything goes all right there for you. Glad to have you on board. 7-3. And last but not least, we have Victor Echo 1, Sierra Juliet. Scott, come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha, Victor Echo 1, Sierra Juliet. It's Scott checking in from Coxseath up on Cape Breton Island. Nice day here today. We got a bit of snow, enough where I guess had to get out and plow the driveway, but not enough to complain about. And yeah, just looking forward to Smart 25. Looking forward to getting back up there, and just want to say 7-3 to everyone on the net tonight. Thanks for calling me in. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha, Victor Echo 1, Sierra Juliet.
VE1 Sierra Juliet, VE1CA. All right, Scott, well, thanks for the check-in. And you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Alrighty, let's see. We are now going to move on to Anyone Anywhere as we look at wrapping things up here shortly. So anyone anywhere that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
VE1JWM.
9 Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 ADV.
Alright, so far I have VE1 Juliet Whiskey Mike, VE9 Mike Tango Victor, and VE9 Alpha Delta Victor. Any other stations anywhere? Alright, top of the list, VE1 Juliet Whiskey Mike. Jim, come on in.
Thanks for checking me in there, Robert. Not much going on here tonight. Just sitting in the shack, taking it all in. Just a check-in. Thanks for checking me in. Everybody have a great night. VE1 JWM.
VE1 JWM, VE1 CA. All right, Jim. Glad to hear you there. It's been a little bit. Hopefully everything's going well there. Thanks for the check-in tonight, and 7-3. And now we'll go to Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Mike, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha with the Maritime Fusion Net VE9 MTV. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody on the net. Good evening to Francis there in Wainwright, Alberta. I'll be going to Alberta on I think we're leaving on the 6th of February, so I'll be doing the Maritime Fusion Net on the 5th, and then the Triple F on the 7th from Alberta. We're doing the Fredericton Fusion Net from Alberta on the 7th of February. And also we'll be doing I think we'll be maybe checking in on the 12th there from Alberta, and coming back on the 18th, so we should be here for the CQ Canada Net on the 19th. So anyway, that's about it, Robert. Kind of had problems with my Wires X here. The microphone didn't want to work, so I had to go on the Maritime Fusion repeater here. Having computer problems over here. Anyway, 7-3, thanks for calling me in, and thanks for doing the net there, Robert. Have yourself a great evening, everybody. VE1CA, VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV, VE1CA. All right, Mike. Well, thanks for the check-in here, and safe travel as well. 7-3. And next on the list is the Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor. JP, come on in.
V1 Charlie Alpha, this is V9 Alpha Delta Victor. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to Mike there as well. And yeah, it's so cool about Fusion, eh? You can do a net pretty well anywhere in the world if you have either a repeater and you can connect it, or you can use a node. And pretty cool technology if you ask me. Not much to report. Just came back, turned the radio on as you were doing this last call up here, Robert. So thanks for sticking in there and waiting for me to call. Much appreciated. Good evening, everyone. 7-3 Swall, V9ADV, back to net control.
VE9ADV, VE1CA. All right, JP, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Alrighty, we will issue our second last call for anyone anywhere that would like to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now. Alright, let's issue our last call. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Alright, hearing no response to our last call, we will we'll close the net here. We had, let's see, on the list here, we've had 29 check-ins tonight. We'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.mikealpha-romeo-charlie.charlie-alpha. That's www.mikealpha-romeo-charlie.charlie-alpha, and click on Club Activity/Nets. Now the net is concluded. The CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha signing off. Good night, all.